What's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. It's been a couple days. I was taking a little bit of vacation time to myself because I really haven't had that in a very long time. But we're back, guys. I hope everyone's doing well. It's good to have you guys here. So we are picking up on a lot of activity that's actually kicking up over the next several days. Regarding both the tropics and severe weatherland. So we're going to get right on into it. But let's see who we got here first. We have Anthony. What's up, Anthony? Welcome. What's up, Stormwatcher Jack? What's up, Nicholas? What's up, JHH? We have Beth. We have Fast Car. We have Brandy. We have Sarah. Is it Sarah? I think it's Sarah, right? Let's see here. Brandy. What's up, guys? Once again, it's been a while. Hope you guys are doing well. But anyway, so yeah, we have a bit of severe weather going on here right now. Let's take a peek at that real quickly. So right now today we do have a pretty big enhanced risk ongoing, actually up here across portions of Montana, as well as the western Dakotas here. Tornado-wise, we just have a big 2% risk out there. So, a couple of tornadoes are possible throughout tonight and whatnot. We actually are seeing numerous severe thunderstorms within this risk area, as you guys can see here in the yellow polygons. Really, looks pretty good. Is our mic really low? Does this help? I turned it up a little bit. Hopefully that'll help. Anyways. But yeah, so we have a lot of scattered severe thunderstorms that's been, ongoing here up across the Central Plains and, even up there towards like the Northern Rockies. We have a little bit of activity going on out here. Now, in terms of the wind threat, we have a really big 30% hatch risk here for winds. Now, we are talking potential of really strong gusts here. Look at this. Significant gusts up to 80 miles an hour likely here from the Storm Prediction Center. And also look at this, scattered hail, isolated very large hail events up to 3 inches in diameter likely. Wow. I mean, talking about hail and winds, mixing those two together is not really a good thing either. But yeah, so really big hail, and of course they did mention tornado or two possible. So today, tornado-wise, I mean, nothing super significant, tornadoes, expectancy, a couple tornadoes are possible. However, when it comes to the wind and hail threat, that's actually where we have a really big concern. Overall throughout today, and of course, I mean, we're pretty much over with today's, but, the threat's still ongoing. But that's kind of the main threat that we have. Now, for tomorrow, we have two other enhanced risk here. That's severe threat level 3. So once again, the scale goes up to 5. This is a level 3 in the orange areas here. We have one of those enhanced risk up here towards Nebraska. We have another one up here towards Minnesota, including Minneapolis. So we're going to have to look out there for that here for tomorrow. Pretty big slight risk here as well throughout the central northern plains. So, this is going to be kind of the bullseye for tomorrow here. It's going to be up here towards like Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota. You guys do need to be weather aware out there here for tomorrow. Now, tornadoes will be a little bit more of a concern for tomorrow. As you guys can kind of see, we have a 5% risk area here for the potential of a couple of tornadoes here. So we do need to be weather aware for tornadic activity tomorrow, in which we're going to have to look out there for it. But let's see here. Thanks for the Alabama storm coverage when we do have severe weather. Of course, no problem. Like I said, I'm here for you guys. Like I said, last several days I've been off for quote-unquote vacation. I've just been working on other projects and stuff like that. I just need a little bit of time off, but anyways, let's see. Michael, thank you so much for the $10, my friend. That is really sweet of you. Michael, big shout out goes to you with the 10, saying, hi, Andrew. Thanks for all you do. Buy some Big Red on me. I appreciate it, my friend. Michael, thank you so much for the 10. That is really, really nice of you, my friend. Thank you. That's greatly appreciated. If you guys can chat, could give Michael a big thank you. That'd be greatly appreciated. You didn't know Big Red still exists. Oh, yeah. Actually, I have some in my fridge, which I don't drink it too often. But, yeah, it does exist still. Anyways, but yeah, hopping back to the weather here. So yeah, we do have that 5% risk here tomorrow. Greatest potential for tornadoes is going to be throughout central southern Minnesota here. We do have a little bit of that 5% risk up here towards northern Iowa. And of course, a 2% kind of extends throughout Nebraska, which is a relatively low end risk. Now, damaging wind threat tomorrow, we don't have a significant risk. So wind gusts within the storms are going to be likely ranging between maybe 60 and 70 miles an hour. We have a 30% chance of damaging winds here across the red, a 15% chance here of them across the yellow, and a 5% chance here across the brown. Then lastly, in terms of hail, we do actually have a significant hail threat up here across portions of southern Minnesota here, southeastern South Dakota here. So this black dashed area here, this is where we actually could see pretty large hail here for tomorrow. Now the discussion, let's see, let's take a peek at that discussion here and see what they have going on here. So let's see, did they really mention how big the hail size could be? So typically when you're in the hatch risk, it means for hail 2 inches in diameter and larger. So we're just going to go with that. I don't see anything, but yeah, typically the hatch risk area here for hail indicates potential for hail 2 inches in diameter and greater. So regardless, really big concern for hail tomorrow up here across Minnesota, which the red once again does indicate a 30% risk for hail in this case here, and the yellow representing a 15% risk, and then lastly the brown here representing kind of a low 5% risk here overall. So that is for tomorrow, being for Monday. Now working our way over here into Tuesday, or day 3's threat. What do you know? Yet again, we have another enhanced risk here. Now, this one here for Tuesday is going to be up across the central and eastern side of Kansas here. As you guys know, or may or may not know, there is no direct breakdown for the day 3 risk or greater. So we can't tell you the exact tornado percentage or the hail or the wind percentage as of now. We'll have that available here tomorrow when we do our live stream overall. So, the next 3 days, we are actually pretty loaded with, back-to-back-to-back enhanced risk here. But, I hate to tell you, but that's not all. I mean, we continue our way over here into day 4, which this is going to be for Wednesday. We do actually have a pretty big 15% risk out there here for, like I mentioned, on Wednesday here. Now, the areas that are in the yellow here is at risk for Wednesday's concern. That includes a lot of Missouri, a lot of Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and in Michigan. So we do need to be actively weather aware here for Wednesday up across these areas here in the yellow. Then, of course, working our way over here into Thursday, we have a mid-Atlantic threat up here. We got ourselves a 15% risk up for Virginia, West Virginia, portions of Pennsylvania, Maryland, going in through New Jersey, Delaware. So that will be there once again here for Thursday. So we do need to be weather aware, not just over the next 3 days, but really over the next 5 or so days, as we are just loaded, back to back to back to back to back. Just line of severe weather is going to be quite possible. Now, anything after that, day 6, there is nothing from SPC. Day 7, same thing. And lastly, day 8, we are looking pretty good. So, really, the next 5 days, we need to be weather aware, which we'll keep you guys updated here. Let's see here. Is Ohio due to get bad weather? So like we mentioned here, day 4, working our way into day 5, mostly for day 4, we do have a little bit of a risk for severe weather, which that is going to be there for, I think I said Wednesday, right? So day 4, which, today's Sunday, so tomorrow's day 2, which is Monday, then day 3, which is, so this will be here for, Wednesday. In which we do have ourselves a little bit of a risk for the northwestern side as of right now for severe weather. So, while there is no breakdown as of right now, you should be monitoring it, especially if you're up across the northwestern side of Ohio. There certainly could be a bit of a concern for some severe weather. So we'll have to definitely look out there for that. Let's see here. Could I check on the small cells near Athens, Alabama? I want to see if that's going into Tennessee or not. Yes, I could pull that up for you really quickly. Here, let me go ahead and bring this up here. Now, I want to go ahead and tell you, the good news is that these guys are not expected to be severe. I mean, we're not in the risk here. So hopping over to radar, let's go ahead and reload that here. So we do have a couple little cells popping off here. Their motion, they're not really moving. They're moving kind of east, northeast here. It does look like they could linger in, but they don't seem to be very long-lived. It seems like wind shear is probably going to be a little bit of a limiting factor here. So I don't know. I mean, they're just kind of a bunch of scattered multicellular storms. So a few could pop up, a few could, dwindle down here and whatnot. But anyways, but yeah, they don't seem to be a concern either or. So that is certainly good news. Yeah, that's certainly good news. All right, let's see here. Oh my gosh, Proxy! What is up, Proxy? Coming in with a $150 Venmo donation. Holy cow, Prox! Saying hi, Andrew. Long time no see. My fault, not yours. You know what, Proxy? I've actually been off for several days. I've been kind of taking my vacation time, which I desperately needed. I definitely needed a little bit of a break. But holy cow, Proxy! Thank you so much. Saying so good to see you. Hard work tracking the weather and keeping us informed and safe. Keep growing. As you may, you always have success with Proxy. Thank you seriously once again for all of the support that you've given us on the channel here, and thank you so much. It's good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing good, and as you know, if there's anything I can do to help out, feel free to reach out to me. Let me know. Thank you, Proxy. You guys in chat, please give Proxy a big thank you if you could. That's really, really sweet of you, my friend. Thank you once again. I really appreciate that. Let's see here. Cheryl says, hello, long time no see. Hope all is well. We are drying out here somewhat in Dallas-Fort Worth. Yeah, I mean, let's take a peek at the drought monitor, actually. Let's see what we got going on here. We haven't checked this in a couple of days. Doesn't look like you guys are quite in the drought, but over here in Florida, we're still in our drought stage a little bit. Actually, I had a little bit of rain today, which is pretty nice, but yeah, I mean, it's not quite at the point of drought for you guys. Yeah, you can see a lot of these central plains, a lot of the Midwest, like the lower Midwest, bits of the Tennessee, Ohio valleys, pretty saturated, pretty good. Southeast as well. I mean, it's really just a lot of the central plains, a little bit of the upper Midwest, southwestern U.S. We're pretty dry, which, the Southwest, it's just, you guys are always dry out here, to be honest with y'all. But yeah, that's kind of what the drought monitor looks like as of right now. Let's see here. What's up, SPC? Robbie says, "Oh, it's been a bit since I tuned in. That new overlay setup is amazing, brother. Is amazing, brother. Great work. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. I'm thinking about changing it up a little bit. I'm not quite happy with it. I don't know. I I like some of the aspects of it, but I think I might change it up. I feel like the screen is a little too narrow. I want to make it a little bit bigger, but I was just thinking about that actually before I streamed. I'm thinking about changing up a little bit, but I'm gonna keep a lot of the main stuff. You know, like the future forecast and all that stuff. I plan on keeping that. But, anyways, let's see here. Was it Madison's wondering if it's gonna affect us? Thank you. Yeah, no problem. You're very welcome, guys. Like I said, we're here for you. We're here to help out, and if y'all have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Okay. Let's see here. What does instability mean? Like the storms can't really become severe. Yeah, so without instability, you don't really get severity. So basically, instability, what I like to think of it as is the fuel for the storms here. You know, if you don't have any instability or fuel in the atmosphere, you're not going to get nowhere. You know, similar to a car. If you don't have any fuel in your car, you're not going to go anywhere. It's very similar. Very similar. And we like to measure a lot of the instability in, or lapse rates too, which that's probably a big word you've maybe heard before, which is basically the drop in temperature with altitude, typically by 1 kilometer. So steep lapse rates could allow for a lot of positive buoyancy in the atmosphere, which is leading to a lot of instability. But I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to go too far with it. I don't want to go too far into it. Let's see here. What's up, Landon? Saying, I live here in Hankomer, Texas. What does this rainfall, or when does this rainfall end finally? Well, let's take a peek here. Michael with the 5. Thank you, dude. Here, I'll get to you in 1 second. I appreciate it, man. Alrighty, let's see here. So you... okay, so you're up here by, like, the Houston area. Gotcha. Yeah, I can see you do have a little bit of... precipitation out here. Now, the rain is kind of working its way to the east, northeast, sorry, not east, mostly northeast. Kind of actually more northeast, if we're being honest. It doesn't look like it's really going to end anytime soon. You're probably going to have it for at least a little bit here. So, I would look out there. I would look out there for, a little bit longer because it does look like it's, persisting throughout Houston and stuff. So, I mean... probably going to stick around for a little bit longer overall. So, I hate to tell you that, but it's probably not going to end anytime soon. Let's see here. Michael, once again, thank you, dude, for the 5. I appreciate it, man. Saying, I just wanted to know what the fire weather is for this zip code this week. I got you, my friend. Well, let's take a peek here. Let's see what we got going on here. You are up in Colorado. Gotcha. Yeah, you guys typically can get some fire conditions and stuff like that. Do we have fire on this? I don't remember if this site I have. Oh, here we go. Actually, I'm just gonna pull up on SPC's website. Yeah, we're just gonna do that because, let's see here. Looking at the fire risk here, we have an elevated risk up in the western. Oh wow, I am really bright. Holy cow! Why am I so bright? Anyways, but yeah, look up there in western Nevada. We have an elevated risk. That's not for you. Here for tomorrow, west of you, we have an elevated risk. Actually, we have a critical risk for southwestern Utah and southern Nevada here for tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, the next couple of days doesn't seem to be a big issue fire weather-wise for your area. So you're chilling for the next couple of days. Let's see here. Robbie says, still though, it looks great, man. In my opinion, keep up the great work, man. I appreciate that. Your interaction with the audience is amazing. I appreciate you, my friend. Robbie, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And you're very welcome. I really appreciate you. When I get the chance, could I check on Bristol, Tennessee? Oh my goodness, Proxy with the 33 months of support. Holy cow. Yeah, I got you, Storm. Here, Proxy, give me 1 second and I'll look at that, okay? Thank you, though. I really appreciate that. So we have a little bit of scattered storms going on out here. I don't think we have anything big, like severe weather-wise, happening. We have a thunderstorm risk for today, thunderstorm to risk tomorrow. Yeah. The only thing is that here for day 3, which would be Tuesday, we have a little bit of a marginal risk northeast of you. We'll see what happens with that. But as of right now, you're just in a general thunderstorm risk, which just says a few boom booms are possible, but that's about it, to be honest. But yeah, nothing big. over the next couple of days for you. What's up, Severe WX Alex saying, hey, Andrew, long time no see. Been busy with school and finals, but hope you're doing well. How is New Jersey looking on Thursday? Well, it's good to see you too, my friend. I've been kind of on my vacation time here. That's why I haven't been super active lately. But I am here and I am back, and I'm glad to be back, especially because we have a lot of activity popping off, not across New Jersey really, but across a lot of the country, especially the central northern plains and the Midwest and stuff like that. But anyways, but you want me to look at New Jersey. Now, I will tell you this. Day 4, I think it was, or day 5. Let's take a look at that. We do have an active risk here. Day 4, day 5. Here we go. So, yeah, day 5, which that's going to be what? I think that's Thursday. That's going to be on Thursday. So we do have a risk for severe weather as of right now across the western side of, New Jersey, which, remember, this is equivalent to right around that level 2 threat. That 15% risk is right around a slight risk. It's not a direct slight risk, but it's equivalent to a slight risk level 2 threat. So with that being said, severe weather definitely will be possible, and that's going to be possible here for Thursday. As of right now, they have no other days where New Jersey's in the risk here from the Storm Prediction Center, from the official SPC. But, Thursday, just keep an eye on for storms. It certainly could be a possibility, and, that is something that we'll have to, kind of look into as it could be a potential. Let's see here. All right. Anyways, Proxy, thank you so much for the 33 months. That is crazy. Category 3 Club, thank you. Saying almost 3 years of supporting the best weather and tracking and education channel on YouTube. Thanks for 33 great months, Andrew. No, thank you for 33 great months. I appreciate that, Prox. You are amazing. Thank you. Seriously, so much. I really appreciate you. Let's see here. Misty says, what does Bowling Green, Missouri look like for Wednesday? Excuse me. So Bowling Green, let's see, where is Bowling Green? I know where Bowling Green, Kentucky is. Went away on me there. Here we go. Bowling Green. I can't type worth a darn here. Let's see, Bowling Green, you said Missouri, right? Here we go. Okay, so you are in a 15% risk here from SPC. I guess we'll take a peek at the models real quickly. Here, let's go ahead and do that real fast. Here for Wednesday, we're going to pull up the instability, the fuel in the atmosphere here as we approach our way into Wednesday. Let's go back to the 18 Zulu here. Go a little bit further down in track. Yeah, so you can kind of see what's going on here. So here for Wednesday, we have kind of a frontal boundary here. We have a bit of a low, an area of low pressure kicking up across Iowa, according to the NAM here, and that's gonna cause a lot of forcing. That's gonna cause a lot of updrafts or a lot of upward welling air essentially overall. So there's a pretty good amount of instability here from at least what the NAM suggests here for Wednesday. Lower level wind shear, actually looks pretty decent, about 45, 50 knots or so. Check a look at a mid-level shear. It seems pretty straightforward. It seems like there's not much veering going on here. Let me grab a sounding real fast. Regardless, why am I so bright? Regardless, you need to be weather aware overall. Let's see what the sounding, there's a bit of a capping inversion, so it could be a little bit difficult for storms to fire off, during this hour. Pretty good wind shear. The lower levels do veer a little bit here on the sounding that I have. It's also the NAM. So remember, it's also the NAM. The NAM is an interesting model. But yeah, if we can break through this cap, we have a good amount of lower level wind shear to allow for potential strong severe weather, which if we can break through the crap, nice. If we can break through the cap, then we can have a bit of. It's been a while, man. I tell you, we can have a bit of severe weather and stuff like that. So we'll have to just keep an eye out there for that. But as of right now, SPC does have you in that risk here overall. So we'll definitely keep you guys updated. Anyways, hopping back here. So bright. Why is everything so bright? There we go. Let's see here. That even hurt your eyes. Yeah. Let's see. No way, dude. Holy cow. Proxy now upgrading to Category 4 Club. Proxy, seriously, thank you so much for that. That is really, really sweet of you, my friend. You really don't have to do that. Thank you. Guys, if you guys could please give Proxy a big thank you for all the support. I really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Cheryl says, last week I was panicking when local weathermen's talking about a level 4 risk, which hasn't happened in Dallas-Fort Worth in a long time. We were talking 100-mile-an-hour winds. Anyways, so the sirens go. Wait, what? You had a moderate out there? Oh, jeez. I honestly didn't know. Like I said, I was on my vacation for a little bit. I was kind of distancing myself from the weather a little bit because it's been pretty crazy. But I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back here. But I'm glad to see you're okay, Cheryl. Now, you know what? That's all that matters. That is all that matters. Braven says, am I expecting something in this zip code tomorrow? Because I have a dentist appointment on Monday. Let's see here. Yeah, so the planes have been pretty active, and they're going to continue to be pretty active for the next little bit here. Now, today we have a level... Okay, yeah, we have that level 1 threat. Tomorrow, I believe... Here, let's bring up your area here again real quickly. Yeah, so you're in the level 2 threat tomorrow. So, yeah, you do need to be weather aware. We have a 2% chance for tornadoes, which is a relatively low risk here. A 15% risk for damaging winds, mostly between gusts of 60 upwards of 70 miles an hour, worst case scenario. But we do have a hatch risk for hail. Which is also a 15% risk here, where we could actually see some pretty large hail overall. So, yeah, we do need to be weather aware, certainly for tomorrow. It does look like day 3 or for Tuesday, we're going to be pretty good. But, yeah, tomorrow we do need you to be weather aware, okay? Let's see here. Severe WX says, keep it up, man. You do so much great work out there. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, my friend Mr. Storm says he reported 2 occurrences of shelf clouds in New York City. Wow. I'm so jealous. Would love to see one finally. Yep, they are beautiful. I will definitely give it that. I haven't seen one in a while. Haven't seen it in a while, but they are definitely really cool. There was actually a lot of them when I lived up in Virginia. That's actually where I grew up. Where we had some really, really beautiful ones. If you catch it just at the perfect time, like right around sunset, late evening convection, you can get some beautiful storm structures and beautiful shots, because it really brings out the colors. It's really cool. Shelf cloud during the evening is one of the most beautiful things that you will see from nature, arguably. Arguably, but it's awesome. Let's see here. Oh, I'm glad, Severe WX. I really appreciate the support, my friend. Thank you. There was a moderate a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I think I saw the moderate, but I don't remember where it was at. My memory lately has been terrible. Proxy says, upgraded my membership is a way to support when I always can't drop out of live stream to Andrew. I really appreciate it, Prox, but just remember, you don't have to do that, my friend. Thank you, seriously, for all the support. Did I just hear thunder? Hold on a minute. Let me check my radar real quickly. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. We got a couple storms over me right now. I thought I heard some thunder. There's a chance that tomorrow could get giant enhanced risk within the next SPC. So tomorrow's risk, as of now, we do have 2 individual enhanced risks here. The top right one, the one for like Minnesota and a little bit of Iowa, we do have that 5% risk here overall regarding the the threat for tornadoes and stuff. Now for the one for Nebraska, that's more of a wind threat, and the one up for Minnesota is also more of a hail threat here overall. So yeah, no problem, Braven. You're very welcome. Let's see here. Railfan says, what about Buford, Georgia? I got you, my friend. Let's take a peek and see. By the way, guys, if you are new to the channel, consider leaving a like and hitting that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. It's a good way to help share the channel. Why will not... This is not letting me select it. Hold on. It's a good way to help us out and help spread the awareness and stuff. Yeah, it's not giving me a zip code. Wait, why am I... Wait, hold on. I think there might be another extra O. Gosh, it's been so long since I've done this, y'all. We'll just pull up Buford. This will be better. Yeah. Should have done it a little bit longer ago. All right, anyways, so for today, we are pretty good. Tomorrow, we have a thunderstorm risk here. Yeah, same thing for the next 3 days, really. We just have, potential for a couple of thunderstorms. Nothing severe, just typical summertime thunderstorms or, it's almost summertime, by the way. But yeah, a little bit of summertime-ish thunderstorms, nothing really big going on here. Even in the extended range, yeah, we don't have anything going on here. The extended range forecast, we have day 4 and day 5. Day 4's risk up here towards like the Midwest, going in towards the Ohio Valley. And then day 5 is a mid-Atlantic threat, a little bit of like southern New England included. But yeah, nothing for your area severe weather-wise, but over the next couple of days, there will be the potential for storms. So don't get those mixed up. Remember that, we're talking severe potential and storm potential. You have storm potential, but not severe storm potential. So you're good. Let's see here. Let's see. W live stream music, by the way. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, my friend. Let's see here. How is Fairmont, West Virginia this week? I heard there's a flash flood emergency order. Really? Well, let's see. Let's see what we got going on out here, my friend. Here, let's hop y'all back over here. Fairmont. Okay, so we do have a bit of a thunderstorm concern for the next 3 days. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that real quickly. Okay, here's the thing. Thursday, you need to be weather aware because you can actually see you're in the that 15% risk out there for severe weather. So I do need you to be weather aware on Thursday for actual severe weather potential. Now, looking at that flooding threat, let's take a peek at that real quickly. Let's pull up the precipitation forecast here for, oops, hold on, the excessive rainfall outlook. You do have a level 2 threat here for flooding today. Actually, we have a moderate, I just realized. Yeah, we got a moderate risk for flooding today up down towards like southeast Virginia, south of Richmond, towards Virginia Beach, actually, and northeastern North Carolina. Tomorrow is just big marginal risk here. Day 3 for Tuesday, we have a bit of a risk for Iowa, Missouri. Then that risk extends through the Ohio Valley. Yeah, so, but yeah, no, there's definitely a bit of a flooding concern going on out there. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, especially for those, lower lying areas here, those areas that are prone to flooding, you definitely do need to look out there for that. Let's see here. Hard Time says, how is Tennessee looking? So, first of all, hope you're doing good, my friend. So, Tennessee, we are looking pretty good. Nothing really crazy within the next 3 days. I mean, you can see that the main risks of severe weather are going to be to the northwest. Right now, a lot of the activity right at the current moment is up here across the Central Plains, Northern Plains. We actually have a tornado warning for Montana now. I think this is mostly rural areas, though. Locations impacted include Roundup, Melstone, Muscle Shell, Lavina, and Clean. I have no idea how you say that one. But that's up in Montana. So it's a radar indicate. Oh, now it's observed. Okay. Confirmed tornado is located 14 miles north of Roundup, moving east at 40 miles an hour, damaging tornado and $half size hail. Public confirmed tornado. Public reported a tornado 20 miles north of Roundup here. Flying debris would be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Yeah, so that's confirmed now up in Montana. Wow. Here, let's take a peek at radar real quickly. Let's see. We got Billings radar. It's our best option. Go and pull up the velocity. Oh yeah, yeah. We got a little bit of turbulence up there. That's for sure. It also has potential for 1.25 inch hail. So that's $half hail. $half hail. Anyways, but yeah, hard times. Nothing severe really going on anytime soon. While we will see potential for severe or non-severe storms over the next couple of days, we're not expecting anything severe. Let's see here. Does just rain ever exist without severe storms in it? Nah, doesn't seem like it, does it? Let's see here. Bella says, how old is zip code? Be doing in a few days, please. I got you, my friend. Let's see what we got going on up here. This is up in Mississippi. Okay, good news. We are not expecting any severe weather today, tomorrow, or the next 3 days. There's also nothing in the extended range here, so you are looking pretty good. You're looking pretty good. Yeah, so there will be potential for storms. Don't get me wrong. Next 3 days, that is a possibility, or really the next 2 days, because, I mean, today's pretty much over with. But yeah, we do have the next couple of days where storms could be possible, but severe weather, no, not expecting any severe weather as of now. Anyways, let's see here. 10 years ago, me and my neighbors sat outside, watched the storms. Nothing like 90-mile-an-hour winds nowadays. I'm sorry to hear that, Cheryl. I'm really sorry to hear that. What's up? Oh, I forgot how to say your name. I'm so sorry. How do you say it? Jeez, my bad. I am not good with names. I hope you're doing good. Roisin? Is that how you say it? Jeez, it's been a minute. Hopefully you're doing good, though. Let's see here. Hard times to thank you, Andrew. No problem. No problem. Ethan says, could there be a Drought show in Ohio next weekend? That's pretty far out. That's pretty far out. I'm not going to answer that right now because there's really not enough guidance this far out for anything like that. But I will tell you this. We do have an active risk for severe weather going into Ohio here for day 4, which is going to be on Wednesday. Wednesday, going into Thursday. Thursday, we have a mid-Atlantic threat. Wednesday, we have a bit of a concern for, at least western Ohio that we need to look out for. So we'll look into that. Let's see here. Austin says, how is Piney Flats, Tennessee looking? So Tennessee's looking pretty good, Austin. There's nothing severe expected over the next 3 days, but with that being said, though, the next 3 days, we do have a general thunderstorm risk here for potential for storms. Non-severe storms will certainly be possible, but severe weather we're not expecting as of now for the entire state. Let's see here. Brian wants me to take a look here at a zip code. I got you, my friend. Let's see here. Take a peek at that real fast. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, as of right now, SPC does not have you in that risk, but I would tell you to keep an eye out there for Thursday. Wednesday. Yeah, so definitely keep it out there for Wednesday, is that there could be some severe weather in the area here. Looking at the models here, the NAM, you can see here for 0 Zulu on Thursday. This is roughly around 8 p.m. Eastern time for Wednesday. So kind of the later portion of Wednesday going into early Thursday. The NAM suggests a pretty unstable environment, severe weather potential up across Ohio. You can kind of see, 2,000 to 3,000 joules per kilogram of, mixed layer instability, a pretty good amount of fuel. Also, the model is suggesting a pretty good amount of lower level wind shear. So I really wouldn't be surprised if they do extend a lot, if not all of Ohio, in the risk for severe weather between Wednesday and Thursday. NAM, once again, is also the NAM. We need to consider that. But, according to NAM, pretty good amount of instability, pretty good amount of lower level wind shear. Mid-level flow is pretty weak, but the lower level winds could do some stuff here, which we'll have to look out for. And, of course, dew points well in the 70s. Great moisture supply here. We'll have to look out for sure for these regions here, because that is definitely an environment where severe weather will be quite possible. let's see here. So general thunderstorms, I've always wondered what that means. Is that the lowest risk? Yeah. So the severe weather risk is a scale from 1 to 5. Level 1 is a marginal. Level 2 is a slight. Level 3 is an enhanced. Level 4 is a moderate, and a level 5 is a high risk. General thunderstorms falls below the marginal level 1 threat. So that's not even a classified, or that's not even classified as severe weather threat. It's not, because we're not expecting severe weather. General thunderstorm just basically means that we could get some thunderstorms, but they're not expected to be severe, essentially. But yeah, that's right under the marginal. But remember, it's not a severe weather risk. Let's see here. Anyways, my friends, but yeah, so like I mentioned, we're definitely going to keep an eye out there for the weather over the next several days. That threat right now is really persisting throughout the central northern plains, which is going to work its way throughout the Ohio Valley here later on this week here. Even into the mid-Atlantic as we approach our way into Thursday, which we're going to have to definitely look into. Now, there is one other thing I do want to touch up on for tonight. That is actually the tropics. We do have a new system. So first of all, we actually do have a tropical depression going on right now. This is, how do you say that one? Dalila? I think that's how you say it. Probably saying that wrong, to be honest with you. But yeah, that one's this is just a tropical depression moving westward here. There is a tropical storm warning, but this thing's been downgraded to below tropical storm standards. But anyways, that's not the point. We have actually another area. Now, this one actually could be a concern for southern Mexico. This one has an overall 80% chance of tropical development throughout the next week or the next 7 days. A high 80% chance of turning into a tropical cyclone. So that's a pretty good likelihood. Now, even over the next 2 days or the next 48 hours here, we actually have a 60% chance, which is a medium risk here for development, which is still likely, Once you get past 50%, that's where you kind of roll into the likelihood of things because it's more than likely. So whenever it comes to it, we definitely do need to be monitoring this. Now, the reason I say this one could be a concern is because this one actually could be an impact to land. Let's take a peek here over at the GFS and the Euro. I'll take a look at the Eastern Pacific. So let's go ahead and bring y'all over here now. So taking a look at the GFS here, this is the latest 18 Zulu run here. You can see how, right as we approach our way over here into pretty much the 18th, we really start to develop a lot of activity here according to this model. The system really starts to pick up in strength and, even could briefly reach into hurricane status according to GFS, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, GFS has that pressure getting down pretty low. But it does look like the track is going to take this thing over southern Mexico. So, how a lot of the storms typically just roll to the west here and eventually don't really be much of an issue. This one looks like it could actually make landfall potentially. So we'll look into it. We'll definitely look into it, which, we do have the potential for maybe that landfall being right around the 19th. It's still a little early to tell. I mean, we are about 4 days out or so, but there still is a bit of uncertainty as we're getting ready to see here. But yeah, the GFS does show maybe a hurricane, but it does impact southern Mexico. Now, hopping over to Euro, or the ECMWF for the European model here, Euro actually has this thing, first of all, much weaker, but it does agree with the GFS in the fact that it does impact southern Mexico. Regardless of its status, it is going to be bringing a lot of rain to those regions here, in which we definitely do need to be monitoring that. So, southern Mexico, we definitely need to watch out for you guys, because there could be a concern regarding that, regarding that potential. There could be a concern regarding the tropical weather threat. Now, taking a peek at the CMC model, it kind of agrees with what Euro suggests. Maybe, briefly getting down possibly in the tropical storm status here. So, its strength is still not final. GFS is definitely kind of more the aggressive model from what it looks like. But, the general path in which this thing, ends up, is making landfall over southern Mexico. So that's why I really think this one could be a bit of a concern. And certainly is something that we do need to look out there for overall. So, anyways, folks, well, that's what I'm going to pretty much leave it on here. I mean, here's the icon model. I mean, it seems like pretty much more than likely we'll be within tropical storm status here. I don't know. It's kind of a little too early to tell for hurricane activity. But it does look like that southern Mexico certainly could be, in the crosshairs here for potential tropical development here and potential landfall, I should say. So certainly we'll have to keep an eye out there for that over the next couple of days here, which we'll keep you guys posted. Now, tomorrow I do plan on doing another update with you guys and, getting another one out there. Like I said, the last several days I've been off because I've been kind of on vacation, quote unquote, been kind of working on other projects and stuff. So just taking a break, which, everybody needs a break every once in a while. But I'm back, which that is very, very good, with the tropics, upon us, as well as, severe weather still ongoing pretty well. We'll make sure to keep you guys updated and everything like that. But anyways, folks, well, if y'all have any questions before I roll off here, feel free to let me know. But yeah, we're probably going to roll off here for now. We pretty much got everything that we really need to talk about here tonight with you guys. Just wanted to let you guys know what's going on here with the weather over the next little bit here. And, we do need to be weather aware. Tomorrow, I don't think we're going to need any coverage per se. I mean, we do have that 5% risk for tornadoes, which, we'll, keep it out there for. I don't know if we're going to do coverage or not. I'm not going to promise anything for coverage, but we'll definitely do at least an update live stream tomorrow night, on the tropics and the severe weather threats as well. So yeah, we'll definitely keep you guys updated with everything. But let's see. Anthony says peace and blessings, everyone. You as well, my friend. I appreciate it. But alrighty, everybody. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for now. If you guys are new to the channel, once again, first of all, consider subscribing. And if you guys could leave a like, it would be greatly appreciated. I just want to go ahead and say thank you all so much for joining us. And it's good to see you guys again. And like I said, we'll catch you all back up here tomorrow with some more updates and stuff like that. Once again, thank you so much to our supporters. Proxy, thank you once again so much for your support. That is greatly appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much. And Michael as well, thank you so much for the support. You guys are awesome. Of course, everybody, just thank you all for joining, and thank you all for hanging out with us. And, I really appreciate you guys very, very much. Am I going live tomorrow? Yes, I am going live tomorrow, Cheryl. So I don't know about coverage. We'll have to look into it. If it gets pretty crazy, then I might do some coverage. But regardless, I do plan on doing at least an update stream tomorrow night. Okay? But alrighty, everybody. Well, thank you all so much for joining. Leave a like on your way out. Be greatly appreciated. Stream's going to head off here in approximately 1 minute. So go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, your family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. And all right, my friends, you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Get some good rest, and we'll see you guys for tomorrow. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining. See you guys in the next one. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.